How's it going, mortals? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Aquarius Season 1, Episode 3, titled Never Say Never to Always. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to nbc.com/Aquarius. Watch the full episode there. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons and final scoring opinions as I tell you what happened within the show, and give you a few quotes and talk a little bit like Charles Manson here tonight. So we'll get right into it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget, I also review on Thursdays Wayward Pines, which is a Fox show, and Hannibal, so check that out on my channel. And also Entourage movie review already out, and Insidious 3 tomorrow. I'm a little bit sad, guys, because her graduation is happening at this moment while I'm doing a video for you, so you're welcome. Sacrificing for you guys. Anyway, here we go. So Sam used to be a wife beater, Sam Hodiak, of course, which is David Duchovny, and he this guy named Ed, which is like his worker, one of his partners at work. He was sleeping with his ex-wife. His ex-wife's really a bitch anyway, but yeah. So he used to be a wife beater. He's like, he used to hit me and all that. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the 60s. Okay, we get it. So Karn leaves money with Charles to end up for him to do the demo. This guy named Gladner was found dead at his own restaurant, and Mikey's there. And Mikey's there in the back of the car, and he's like, hey, and he's talking to Sam, because Sam's there, and he's like, hey, dude, remember me? Yeah. You remember me, right? Yeah, okay. Let me go, please. Tell him to let me go. And it's basically just like Sam's just there with his glasses, all like X-Files-ish, just like. And I was like, damn, Mikey, we'll see Mikey later. So basically, Kovic is the guy with the mustache who looks like a porno guy for the 60s, or an actor that never made it through in life because he probably dropped out through high school and became a biker. Kovic, excuse me. Kovic. He takes Brian and Charmaine to Charlie, and Charmaine plays the whole hooker type of status of a girl, and she's like, hey, Charlie. Sorry, I don't remember you. Who are you? Oh, remember, you know, that night, blah, 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 at the canyon, we're around the campfire, and she starts howling, ow! And then Charlie, and if Charles Manson looks at you like you're crazy, something's definitely wrong with you. Like, he's just like, the fuck is this? And then after a while, he's like, and it just like goes with it, and everyone starts howling, or owling. I don't even know what we call it. Ow! Just like that. I say ow. Anyway, so that's going on, man. And he's like, y'all want some candy? See, with us, man, we don't have parents to be around with us. We could have all the candy we want. You know what I'm saying? Here, Charlie Manson, pleased to meet you. So he's talking to like Brian. Oh man, around here before I came here, these people are blood drinkers, and they be drinking blood. I let this old man drink a whole gallon of blood now. I'm talking like I'm hot True Blood or something now. So anyway, Sam reenacts Gladner's death in like with Ed. He's like, so if he stabbed you here and here, and he like puts him on his knees and everything, and I'm like, David Duchovny trying to be funny. It's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, that's a lull moment. Going to prison because of you. Basically, Sam's telling the wife, like, our son's gonna go to prison because of you, because you know, you wrote like, oh, I'm sick, blah blah blah. So they gave his son to go home, but once they find out that his mom's not sick, that he's AWOL, and that's not good. That's not really good. So she slaps him, man. She's like that, and Sam's at Charlie's place. And he's with Emma's mom. I forgot her name, but Emma is not there because Emma and Charlie and the group of girls are going to go record a demo. So Emma's mom is freaked out. Charles is about to record a demo, and he's outside, and he's like, dude, are you sure you want to do it outside here? This guy name's Rufus. And he's like, this is where it is, man. I do all my music outside. So basically, Sam and Emma's mom make love, while Charles sings. And the way Charles sings, it looks like he's not even really singing. It looks like it's some guy, like he's like lip syncing to it. Kovic tells Charlie about Sam, and he slaps Emma. And he basically wants to leave the place. He's like, we gotta go. And I'm not gonna tell you 2 more times, you know, about all this. And he's freaking her out. And Emma's, of course, gonna be like, yeah, okay, Charlie, I'm sorry. It's my fault. Yeah, damn right, it is your fault. Anyway. So, Charlie calls Karn, and oh my gosh, who cares about Karn, really? Karn could die. Anyway, it's Emily and the girls singing, and he's basically, like, letting them hear, and he's like, well, now, you want to hear your sweet little Emily? You know, she has some pretty nice lips, let me tell you, and the voices that come out of her lips, well, you're going to have to hear for yourself, Mr. Karn. He didn't say any of that, but I was just, like, adding dialogue because it's just so romantic. Anyway, the military is talking to Sam about his son, and his ex-wife reveals that she has get ready diabetes. I'm pretty sure it was big in the 60s. Oh man, I have diabetes. Shit, how long do you have to live? But nowadays, I mean, diabetes is not a funny matter. It's not. It kind of is, actually. If you have diabetes, I'm sorry. It sucks. But, yeah. Making fun of the show-wise. If you don't have diabetes, but if you do, let's take it out, like, pretend you don't have diabetes. It's pretty funny, then. So, yeah, that goes on. And it's like, really? You have diabetes, so that's why your son has to come home? But again, it was the 60s. I'm not going to blame that, but... diabetes. Anyway, I'm gonna get with my cons first. Karn. I'm just gonna be serious. I don't care about the character Karn. Why doesn't Charlie just kill him? Like, apparently just like, oh, Karn's dead. Like, he's just, okay, you gave him the money, he doesn't need to live anymore. So, Karn's just, his face is annoying to look at. Like, I know my face is annoying to look at, but Karn is like so 1960s, you know, like he's a bald, weird guy. And if you're bald, hey, no offense against you, you're cool, but come on. It's slow. This episode is slow, and literally, I was eating fried chicken while watching this, and it was a little bit slow, to be honest. No Mikey. Literally, they arrest Mikey in the first 10 minutes of the episode, and we never see him again. Where's Mikey? I was literally, when I saw Mikey, I was like, no way, Mikey. Oh, okay, Sam's gonna go talk to him later and the episode's over? Where was Mikey? I was waiting the whole episode and they never show him. I'm like, wow. Is that it for Mikey? Okay, well that's it for Mikey then. Manson singing. That whole scene just was so... I don't like to rant, and I love David Duchovny, and I like this show. I don't love this show. I wish I could love this show, but it's just the editing felt so off in that, and just Sam making love to that. What's going on? God, man, I don't know what was going on in that scene. It was weird, and the whole Kovic thing, the whole. I don't know, it's the 60s, it's different, I know, sex, love, rock and roll, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's cool, man, but Jesus, I mean, seeing it week after week. Not week after week, I know it's a show, but I'm talking about Kovic-wise, like, he's just, the character himself, it's just so weird. I'm not gonna even, I don't have to explain, but damn. It felt like a mess, this episode. Like, there are a lot of pros to it, I'll tell you my pros in a minute, but it felt like a mess. Like the captain with the ex-wife, like the guy named Ed, his captain or else his partner, whoever works with him at the station, really that guy is banging your ex-wife. That exact same guy. Go figure. Also, the whole story was Sam's son and everything, like AWOL. This is supposed to be a show about a detective going after Charles Manson. What makes you think I care about the main character's son going AWOL? Why should I care? Why should I care if his son gets AWOL? They barely show his son for one thing. Why should I care? I'm just saying, why? Now, my pros. The money found me. The writing and the dialogue. I'm talking about the dialogue writing for the characters. It's very quotable. There's just a bunch of quotable remarks from Sam and from Mikey and from Brian and from Charles. Excuse me. I do like the ending though when he puts the music on for Emma and them, or for the parents, and the music overall is interesting. I mean, they call me the Seeker. I mean, they have the Who in here, and they have a bunch of other bands, and I mean, I noticed like 80% of the music. I'm like, there we go, man. Like, that's what keeps me going. The music is like keeps me very interesting. So I love that. Really awesome. Charles Manson, the actor who plays him, he's just so freaking awesome at what he does and the way he portrays and the facial reactions and the voice and everything. It's so really energetic, I guess I should say. The whole ow and the Charmaine, that whole improv, like, imagine Charmaine, she has to think of something, so the way she did it, that was really cool, and it felt so real, like, okay, this person doesn't know if she's going to survive or not, let's just go right at it. So that was really cool. And it's funny how, David Duchovny tries to add some humor into us, and the whole 60s style and the whole accurate feeling it has, it's very spot on. So overall, I'm going to give this episode, and I'll tell you why, I'm going to give this episode a solid C. Okay, hear me out. A 7.35 out of a 10. This is the first time in a while I've ever given a TV show episode a C. This show is... It's okay, this show. This whole season, the past 3 hours, it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's not good. It's kind of downfalled from episode 1 and episode 2. It's still trying to find its legs. It really is trying to find out what it wants to be. David Duchovny being funny and all that, the way he's trying. They're all trying to do their best they can. It's not the acting. It's not David Duchovny's fault. It's the pacing and the writing, not of the dialogue, but the writing of where this is going for each episode. That's the problem. This show is standing on one leg. It needs to stand on both legs. So that's why I'm giving this episode, never say never to always, a solid C. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this Aquarius episode, and tell me your pros and cons, and I'd like to hear your feedback, and tell me if you disagree or agree on any of this what I just said. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week for episode 4 of Aquarius. We have now 10 hours left to conclude season 1, so well, I'll see y'all later. Until next time, may the Spock be with you always. It's just an okay episode. It was disappointing, actually. It had its good moments. You heard the pros, but then the cons. There's some problems. There's problems with it, but it's trying, and I'm not going to give up on this. I'm going to watch all 10 hours. I'm going to force myself to either way, but it depends. Are they good episodes or are they bad? This is not a bad, it's not a shitty episode. It's not. It's just an okay episode. See y'all for the next one.